Hello and welcome to the Gamers Academy YouTube channel. My name is Outlandish and I played this game competitively for 4 years, but I decided to retire recently, become a coach, and partner up together with Gamers Academy to provide you guys educational content to make the best players you want to be. If you want to book me or one of my colleagues for individual coaching sessions, you can book us on gamers-academy.com. You can find the homepage in the description below. On top of that, you can use this code to save up to 10% for the first session you will book with us. In this episode, we'll talk about the item UMBRAL GLAIVE, an item that got overlooked in the past years, but now seems to be broken because people play it in MSI and higher elo solo queue, especially on Graves combined with Dark Harvest, and I will explain you why is it so strong. All of that in the upcoming video. As I already said in the intro, today we will talk about the item UMBRAL GLAIVE, an item that got overlooked since release. Not a lot of people were building it, not even in solo queue, not like a one-trick assassins or something. It was one of the items that was the least built item in the game, and people were not using it even in competitive environment. And nowadays, if you spectate the players and the MSI, people are start building it in combination with Graves, Dark Harvest, and we're talking about why the item is so strong right now and why people are start picking it up. And before we talk about that, let's have a look at the item itself. It gives you 50, 80, 15 ability haste, and 10 lethality, which is for 2,300 gold a decent stats, but it's not the highest, the item with the highest gold efficiency. It's like middle of the pack, but it's excluding obviously the passive, and the gold value of the passive is really, really high, especially for the competitive environment, which we will talk about later. The interesting fact about the item is obviously the passive, which is called Blackout, which gives you the ability to disable wards, expose wards, and gives you extra damage while you clear wards, so you can basically one-shot them, which is a really, really strong ability, especially if you have a look at the last patch notes, because in 12.7 and the patch before, the item got buffed multiple times because the item was not really built a lot, as I said, and Riot wanted to fix that and gave it like a really, really high gold efficiency by reducing the item cost to 2,300, which is really, really cheap compared to other items. And on top of that, they buffed the passive from 45 seconds cooldown to 35 seconds cooldown, which is in fact a lot. And this is why the item has a really, really high gold efficiency right now. It's not the item that every champion can build, especially like if you watch the players that are building it in solo queue and that are building it in the competitive in MSI. It's mostly on Graves, and people are having success with it, and now we will talk why. The reason why the item is so strong is pretty simple. First of all, because of the patches, the item has an incredible high gold efficiency. The item costs only 2,300 gold, but combined with the buff passive, it gives you so much gold over the game. On top of that, people are combining this item together with Zombie Ward, a rune that gives you more AD the more wards you're clearing, so it has a perfect synergy together with the passive Blackout, and people are combining that to gain a lot of AD in the early game. Second of all, it's not a mythic item, that means it's not really expensive, and it's a really flexible item that you can combine with a lot of different items during the game, and people can just rush it in the early game to have a really, really fast spike. And this is something really important in the jungle position, especially in a competitive environment, that you're reaching your spikes relatively fast as a jungler, because since ages we have basically a meta where like the one item spike is really, really important in the game, and this is the time where team fights are starting, and this is the time where a lot of games are getting decided. And so this is for the jungle position something really important. And the third part, which makes the item incredibly broken, is the passive. Before that, obviously the passive was existing as well, but it wasn't that gold efficient combined with Dark Harvest and with Zombie Ward, and you were not able to stack this item so fast. Were not able to clear that much vision in the early game, because before that it was kind of expensive, and now it's like really, really cheap, so people are rushing that, and you can generate a lot of vision in the game. And I think this is something a lot of people are underestimating, is the importance of vision, not only in competitive environment but in high elo solo queue as well. The less vision the enemy has, the better you can gank, the better you can pressure the map, and this item guarantees you basically a really, really high vision score. If you look at the numbers people are having with this item, a way higher vision score compared to other junglers that are just having sweeper in their inventory. Thanks for watching this episode on our Gamers Academy YouTube channel about the item UMBRAL GLAIVE. We would appreciate if you like, subscribe, and activate the bell on our channel, and leave us a comment, maybe some feedback about the content we are creating, or we can discuss about the current MSI, the new item builds, the new champions that are coming up. If you want to discuss with me or one of my colleagues in depth about this topic, you can join our official Gamers Academy Discord server. You can find the link in the description below. Thanks so much for watching and see you next time. Goodbye.